everybody, this is Junk in the Trunk #10. Sorry I missed last week. I was just really busy and it was my youngest last week at school and I had to be there for their exams, and I was sort of on call a lot really, just to message them and, you know, give them a bit of moral support as you do. So I couldn't really concentrate until it was all over, but I'm back in it now. And so what I thought I'd do, I actually want to sort of finish this one that we started. So I'll check out the video on this one and put the link in the description box of which part this was, which Junk in the Trunk it was. And I thought I'd do a few little techniques in it just to show you something else to do, but again it's all using junky things that I'm going to be doing in here. I'll cut the things up. I thought I'll just put a few bits and pieces here. Well, you see, this sort of thing is die cuts, double layered and made into a stamp. Okay, another one there. There's a leaf, another leaf there, and just glue them on, and you can ink them up, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with those in a minute, which is something like this, which these have been stamped onto tea bags and then bleached away. So I think I've got to find the one that says bleach on it, which I will do in a minute. So anyway, so yes, I'll show you how to do these tea bags. There. And another one there where that one would lend itself to the square tea bags. Okay, because I'm actually going to most probably cut that. Alright, so I'm going to show you what to do there. Oh, I've just got another stamp here. You know, these are ancient stamps, cheap stamps. What else did I get out? Oh, I got this out because I want the numbers, and it's a really old stamp. So, because I don't want save the date on it, I'm going to cut it off. Because I wouldn't use that bit. So this would be more into what I would use. So it's utilising something that I wouldn't use into being able to use it, because I like numbers. So if I wanted to, I could just use those numbers now. Alright, and it's a bit sticky at the minute, but if you put some talcum powder over the top, it'll get rid of that. A bit of wood for another one. I have to do up that piece of wood, won't I? Something different. It sounds awful, doesn't it? Wasting that piece of wood. Oh dear. I'm not wasting it though. I'll find it'll have a use, even if it's a paint palette. What was that? Save the date, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't want that. Right, so I've just got a few bits and pieces really. Oh, and I thought what we would do also is one of these, because they're in the trunk. It's just all, must be from a game or something, but they're all shiny and not very nice. So we've got to do something with them. Then I had oh yeah, we've got some of these there, and I thought one of them we'd do up today. So that's 3 things that I actually want to incorporate in here, because I'm keeping this journal. If I do these up, it reminds me what I've done, so I've got a little sort of history or inspiration, you know, of things I've done. So that's what I want to do with this one. If I do use my makes, you know, it's like what we've been making, you know, previously, things like this. And I just think one of those in there will be nice, you know, and it will remind me what I've done. Because I tend to use everything in my journals and then I think, oh, what was it I've done? You know, so it's actually quite nice to have a visual memory. So, yes, I put this down today, right, because I want to work on top of it if I'm going to use some inks and things, because I'm going to do some of those coins, artist traded in coins, and I thought this is quite thick, So I'm going to make them out of here, and I thought it would be nice to work on this and then use it as a background. Yep. So that's why it's here today. Right, so what we're going to do first, the tea bags, I think. Yeah, we'll just lay them there. Just get the blank ones. So you have to use something like, you know, Stays On or that archival ink. That's what I used there, and that was lovely. So that's perfect. Right, let me find me brush with the bleaching. Okay, I use thick bleach because that's all I had. So I did it about 3/4 and then filled it up with water. Okay, so it's runny. All right, but if you use liquid bleach, then you know you're okay. You don't have to water it down if you don't want to. Be aware of the smell. It can affect some people. I'm okay because, you know, all the years in hairdressing, I think you get a bit immune to it. So, but please be aware of that. So it can give people headaches and things if you're not careful. So, right, that's that. Sorry, I've just been playing around with a butterfly because I got a very old butterfly stamp and it was a bit iffy. So I went for the Tim Holtz because we know they're brilliant. So, yeah, I've picked this one. Here we go. This one because it has more of a white area that we can bleach out. Yeah, and I think that one's going to look quite nice. Now, well, a few of them would look nice, you know, definitely. So, but I'm choosing that one because I thought that actually fit nicely just in there. Okay, one I've already stamped, which was that one there, which I'll do again anyway. All right, which I sort of thought, yeah, it's nice little white areas that we can bleach out. So I'll do that one now. Put that out of the way. And if I haven't said, archival ink, Stays On, something like that. It tends to mark these ones. Could do with cutting around it really. Let's put you there. Just show you what I mean. Yeah, so there's nice open veins there that we can bleach. Okay, that impression didn't come out quite so good. That's quite a thin one, so I'll do it on there, the bleaching. Right, and this must clean these. I do look after my Tim Holtz. I don't really on any of the others, well, except the really good makes. But these ones I do like to keep clean. I have got the special cleaner as well. Okay, I've just got a little palette, all right, because mine doesn't squeeze out very good. Okay, I've got my palette ready. All right, and I squeeze mine out because it doesn't really come, it's a bit too thick. All right, and all I do, I'll do this one first, is just sort of, you know, you have to stretch it a little bit if they're a bit crinkly, and just apply little bits of bleach. Yeah, I don't like squeezing out onto here because you sometimes get a blob, so. And you just bleach out these bits, and it takes the colour of the tea out, and it goes quite white, and it's quite nice, especially if they're really dark tea bags. Are great. literally dust touching. Because it bleaches out, it you know, spreads out a little bit. Not too much though. I hope you can see all right. I might have to zoom in a little bit. Hold on. Just while I do this bit. You see the colour coming out there? I'm just going to put little bits in here. Concentrating now. So instead of adding colour, you see, to them, we're taking it away. Okay, I'll just leave that to carry on. Alright, I'm liking that, and then we'll do the leaf. Again, in between all the veins. You can see, yeah. So when you zoom in, sometimes you can get quite easily out of frame, so. It's quite a light tea bag, this one, so. There we go. Let's have a look at this one. Might need to just apply a little bit more there. And also be careful it doesn't touch your hands, because it can burn. Okay, there we go. Which I'm just gonna little go at this one. My favourite is that one, most definitely, and that one. Okay, and there's the other ones I've done. See, that's a darker tea bag, so it's, you know, you can see it works better. I didn't have any dark ones. That one, there was hardly anything that we could swish out, you know, take away, so I just sort of pretended, really. There's another one there. And that was the double one, which I'm not really sure about, so there you go. And we shall incorporate those in what we're doing today. Just have to let that dry. So I don't really want to touch them until they're dry. You can use a blow dryer on, you know, a heat gun, but I've got things to do, tidy up and everything, and then we can carry on with junk in the trunk. Okay, so the first thing I do with the shiny ones is to give it a good sand down and then gesso both sides. All right, if we were covering it totally, I would still sand it down, and normally I still gesso too, because I find that everything sticks better to them. So I'm gonna put quite a lot on, because I want to put some on here as well. So take a couple of layers, I think. And then I know it's not dry on the back. I'm not worried about that. Okay. What I'm going to do while I'm here, whoops. Just get some gesso on here. And dry that off. Yep. And cover that one a bit. Okay, and this one I'm going to just ink around the edges. Distress oxide. Okay, and then just spritz with water a bit. I'll do this one first. And then I'm going to use the heat gun on that straight away. All right. Okay, that's that one. Nearly dry. I'll just... And again with this one. Right, this one I'm going to totally cover. All right, and that can be drying while we do up the other two. All right, so I think that would be nice. So let me do a little bit of collage work. I've got some, yeah, that's gonna, I'm just thinking it'll tone in all with what I'm doing. So, oh, it nearly fits anyway. So that's going to be glued straight down. I'm going to use Mod Podge for this. Get there in a minute. Oh dear. There you go. Let's just cut that off. It's funny actually that this card has got 3 small corners and then 1 large one. You noticed? That's weird. So what I'm going to do, I'll do them all large, I think, when I've done. So again, please don't think too much when you do this. I have a little bit of eco dye paper. Just going to brayer that bit, okay, and then leave it to dry. Right, on with the green one now. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of gesso, because I think I'm going to use this bit of matte paper as the background. So I'm going to add a little bit of gesso, I think. Okay, this is about the safest way to add gesso if you're not sure about it, alright, because you won't get too much on. Yeah, it's gonna go grungy. Anyway, I think it's nice to go grungy with this sort of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on here because I most probably do some stitching, and then I'll stick it on. Alright, so I don't get all the stitching on the back, but I quite like the stitching on the back, but this might be a bit crazy with the circles, so because I'm using one of the tea bags, aren't I? So where did yep, that's that. So I'm gonna have got some threads from me sari silk, and put that down there. Just use a glue stick. I'm going to try and use those few threads, so I think he's going to have to go about there, I think. And that, I'm going to stitch around this one, so him over that. See those, where those joins are? Good. Like that. A little bit of colour here. And this, all this is a bit of, you know, paper like this. Mop-ups. But it's got a nice bit of orange, actually. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I want more of the orange poking through if I can. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit off. I might roll that corner a bit, like that. So that's poking through. Okay. And we've got a little ticket. It's got to go somewhere. Right, so what I'm going to do is stitch around that, okay, and then stitch around the whole thing and just have a little look, because I don't want too much black on, but I've left all this open for now because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Alright, if I was continuing, you know, finishing it off, I would glue all this down, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm just going to go and stitch around that. I think that'll be enough black thread actually. So I'll do that and then I'll have a look. Okay, that's all stitched around now. I think I love this tea bag. I love it, but I feel I need to protect it. Now, I've never used Mod Podge on top of tea bags, but I really feel as though I should do something. Actually, I might use this acrylic wax. I just feel as I want to protect it because it could rip and things, and I love it, but so I'm going to give it a go. All right, so you have to bear with me on this. It might not work, and I don't want to go and stitch it all down and everything if it goes wrong. So we shall see, because I've never put anything on top of tea bags before. I think if we go gently, we should be all right. Well, it feels to me as though it's going to work, so I quite like it because it's actually, wonder if it will stay flatter, because it was raising up a little bit, you know, like a bit puffy I should say. The wrong word. Right, I think we've done it. Let's give it a quick dry. Yep, that feels loads better. I feel I'm protected now with that. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to, what am I going to do? Oh yeah, we got a bit of orange there, so I did get this sort of sari silk, and I've got these threads that are from the sari silk and a bit of the black thread, so I thought we'd use that as well. So I think I'll put that down there like that. So I smile because I read somebody's comment and it said they find it funny when things trail on my fingers. So just sort of moving that out there, yeah, that'll be fine. So I'm going to stick this down now. I'm going to put a few more strands out there. And then just trim off a little bit. There you go. I wish we had the nice manila envelopes that you get in the US, and you get nice manila file folders too. We don't get them. We get a lot of craft card, but we don't get that colour, and it's gorgeous. I love them. But these are alright. These are nice colour, green. So okay, let's put a little bit of glue under here now, because I think we're okay. So I know I'm not going to stick anything else down, you see, so and on the back we need to add something for like journaling, something like that. I've got these little bag of bits that should have some lines on or something like that, and I think I'll just draw around it. It's not cut straight at all, but I think it goes with what we've done, so I'm going to leave it as is. Try and get away from perfection if we can, like that. And then I'm going to go in with this. And let's get a pen. Okay, a little bit of faux stitching. A little bit of stamping. I think some postal things. You know, the stamps. I think I'll get some of those. They look nice in black on there. Okay, I've got my numbers that I tend to like using near enough on everything. I just love it. So I'm going to put that on the back somewhere. Make sure it's the right way up. Just to add a bit of interest. What I might do though is just add a stamp there, just that one there, like that. Just put that on there. And I love this one here, but I never used any of it. So, but I want to just do a bit on here. Just have a little play a minute. Sorry, this is what I do. It's got a fern in it, so oh, that's quite nice actually. No idea where this come from though. So, well, it's like dictionary text. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna put a bit of that on there. But I don't want very much, so. Oh. Okay, I'm still right on that. And that's staying as it is. I'll just get rid of all that on there. Yeah, lovely stamp. Can't really see it though, I'm afraid, so yeah, it's lovely. Getting our wacky background starting up. See what comes of it in the end. Interesting, won't it? I'm going to actually put some more of those numbers on while I'm here. Sorry, folks, but it's got to be done. There we go. That's the one I actually put together myself. That little one. Just a little tiny ones that I've just sort of layered up. And so that it stamps out the way I like it. And that's what you want to do with some of your little ones. Little stamps, just put them all together on a block, you know, and you create your own little stamp. It's looking good. I have such fun with papers like this though. Right, okay. Yeah, I think that's, I was just wondering whether to just put a bit more around here. I think it's enough. Okay, so that's number 1, isn't it? Done. So we've got 2 more to do. And I don't know where it's going to go yet, but no, too much yellow. That could go in there actually, thinking about it. That would look nice, yeah. I know I've got bits and pieces here because that's what I'm going to use, but that can go in there like that. Perfect. Okay, what's next? Oh, we can do either or actually. We could do this one. I think we might do that one because that's going to be quite quick, because I found a little, you know, snippet thing from all the bits of paper, and honestly that lends itself to it, doesn't it? Oh, look at my hands. And maybe another one of those like that or something. Yeah, and I might add a little bit of yellow from with the Tim Holtz crayons, these, instead of getting all the inks out. I think I'll do that. Oh, that's going to be quick. And then I'm going to stitch all the way around that first. I'm going to stitch that on and stitch all the way around, and then this little bit I'll put on after. And again, you've seen me do these. At the end of the day, I'll just put loads of little things together and stitch it around. So, and then because I've got a, you know, a whole thing full of them, which I can just go to. There's all different ones. because I've been using a lot of the nature-y type things. They're all, you know, greens and yellows. So yeah, there's a bit of blue there. Yeah, so that's what I do. And they're all there ready, so it's really quick. So I'm going to stitch around and then ink up and make sure this is, because I'm going to have to cut those, which I'll do now, I think, because it was already round, wasn't it? Where did we say? I'll put him, or that, about there, I think. About there, perfect. Okay, I'll go and stitch around that then, and I will be back. Okay, that's all done. So I'm going to ink around now. I'll add a bit of colour in a minute to give it a bit of a lift. See, I love it when the paper is torn away and you get a bit of texture going on there, so it makes it just so different. And let's have a look. Just gonna tiny bit of distress oxide on there, not very much though, just a little bit. And then and trim a bit of this off. And I think we've got room for some words there. Okay, I got those. I took that from a little poem. So these were already on sticky back, so I stuck it on some, you know, scrap card. All right, and then it's going to be stuck on here. Let's have a bit of yellow, because we've got yellow here. So right, this is a dryish. I want a dry wet wipe first. Okay. And that, I don't know what pack that was in. I might have swapped them around, so coffee stick. No, I've got ink in there. What number is this one? Oh, look at that. Number 2. Because I haven't got all of them. I love them though. Number 6, and I've got number 3. So 2, 6 and 3. And I would like to eventually get them all because I think they're really quick. Don't have to get anything out, and then I can add a pop of colour if I want to, where need be. Okay, I think that's that one, and then that's the back. Okay, which you can journal on. I think I'm going to put that one there for now. It might all change when I do the journal, but yeah, and that one's in there. So Where did we put the other one? Oh, in here, wasn't it? Yeah. And we have to make sure there's one towards the back. To have a look at the back pages. We've got quite a few in there though. Okay, I haven't cut that open yet. I'm just wondering, actually, this is, might go there. Replace them all with the rusty ones and some charms as well. Oops. See, that might be a bit heavy for that page. We'll see. Anyway, we'll leave it there for now because it's quite plain there. So, yeah, it's coming on. Okay, and it's the what's next is the altered guest check. I think we need to add a bit of colour on there, don't we? We add some yellow. Okay. You see how I play now? Now it'd be very interesting what I'm going to do with that. But this is where I have my fun. So you must learn to have fun too. Alright? Okay. Right, I'm going to have some lunch now and I'll get on with the rest tomorrow. Because I know it's Monday tomorrow. I've got the engineer coming out again because twice they haven't turned up. Only because they said that more that work needs to be done. But of course it hasn't been done. So I'm hoping it will turn up tomorrow and sort my internet out. Because it's been so slow and not running well at all. So anyway, I shall speak to you tomorrow. So bye-bye.